I thank you for your time and for joining us on the broadcast. We are shifting towards more news that's coming in. The Election Commission of India has now announced that the draft electoral rolls for Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands will be published tomorrow, that is the 23rd of December. In a press note, the EC has said that the chief electoral officers and district electoral officers will share hard copies of the draft electoral rolls with all recognized political parties. Joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Sambhav Sharma with more on this. Sambhav, we have the draft electoral rolls of Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands to be released tomorrow. All the political parties which are recognized will be given a hard copy of these draft rolls, Sambhav.
Well, absolutely. Here, this is an important update from the Election Commission of India, where the ECI in the press release has stated that the draft electoral rolls of the Kerala, Madhya Pradesh and the state of Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands to be published tomorrow, that is December 23rd. And after this this special intensive exercise, and if we talk about this particular development, here the ECI earlier revised the schedule of the ongoing special intensive revision SIR electoral roll in these particular states, especially state of Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Andaman Nicobar, and fixing January 1 as a qualifying date, following the request of the respective chief electoral officers. And the final electoral roll prepared, here will be published in February 2026. So here, obviously, this is an important development, where the last date of enumeration was December 18, and now the publication of the draft electoral rolls will be on 23rd of December. And because this particular exercise, FIR exercise, becomes very important because it's in a way bone of contention, where opposition parties are questioning the government left, right and center, not just in the parliament but also in the top court of the country. The Supreme Court so far has not stayed this particular exercise. However, keeping a very close watch as to what the Election Commission of India is doing. And here the Election Commission of India, in a recent development, has stated that the draft electoral rolls of Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands to be published tomorrow.
And Sambhav, when we're looking at this entire exercise, you've mentioned how controversial it was. You've seen how political parties, some of them in the opposition, are in fact rejecting the SIR process. But now we have the ECI actually giving hard copies of these draft electoral rolls to all the political parties. If somebody has any doubt, they can in fact raise that directly with the ECI now, because some opposition parties have been saying that, we were not aware, we did not come forward, and we did not put in our doubts in the first place. But now the Election Commission is giving them these hard copies and stating that please check, and if you have any complaints, please raise them.
Well, you rightly pointed out this fact, and here important thing is there are certain directions given to the Election Commission of India by the Supreme Court of India, and none other than the Chief Justice of India, Justice Khan's bench, is here in this particular case. There are several hearings already happened in this particular case, where earlier the Supreme Court on one hand has not stayed the Bihar SIR exercise, but on the other hand asked certain tough questions to the Election Commission of India and asked them to come clean on certain aspects. And in a way, the Election Commission of India to show transparency in the process. And because the transparency in the process was something opposition parties are also questioning about, their lawyers questioning in the Supreme Court, and here to maintain that transparency, that the Election Commission Election Commission of India, a constitutional body under the Constitution of India, is taking certain steps so that its transparency part could be resolved.
All right. Thank you so much, Samba, for all those details on that story.